The Caucasian Shepherd dog is the most powerful livestock guardian on the planet, having been bred to protect flocks of sheep from ferocious predators such as wolves and bears. These dogs are absolutely fearless in the face of danger. But what is behind the facade of the intrepid wolf killer who looks like a grizzly bear themselves? Is this dog a menace to man and beast, or is they a loving canine companion behind the fearsome outer appearance? In this video, I'm going to discuss absolutely everything that you need to know about this mysterious Caucasian Shepherd. Welcome back to the Fenrir Canine Show. If this is your first time here, then welcome. My name's Will. I'm a canine behaviourist and I'm the founder and CEO of FenrirCanineLeaders.com. And everything we do here on this channel is dedicated to helping you choose the perfect breed for you and then how to become a high-level canine leader that can raise perfect canine companions. So if that sounds like just what you're looking for, then start this incredible journey, join in this community by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so that you never miss a future video. But let's get straight into the video about the Caucasian Shepherd, also known as the Caucasian Overture or the Russian Bear Dog. We're going to dive into the details of this ancient breed and find out what is behind the stunning appearance of this massive guardian. Also, we will discuss who should be owning one of these bear-like dogs. So let's get started with the intriguing history of this remarkable Russian breed. So where exactly does the Caucasian Shepherd come from? Well, as the name suggests, the Caucasian Shepherd originates in the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, with their origins dating back approximately 2,000 years. Their main task throughout the ages was to protect flocks of sheep from dangerous predators, such as wolves, bears, lynx, Caucasian leopards, and humans. Hence the names Caucasian Overture. These giant livestock guardians have not changed too much at all over the course of the centuries. It is said that their teeth are longer than usual in dogs their size, which is connected to the breed having such a long history. Researchers have found that the Caucasian Shepherd has influenced many other dog breeds and is closely related to the Asian Mastiffs and the sheepdogs of the Balkans. Intrigued by their strength in body and spirit, as well as their amazing versatility, the Soviet army started using Caucasian Shepherds in the 1900s, mainly as service dogs and as prison guard dogs. And even though Caucasian Shepherds are amongst the most popular dogs in their native Russia, selective breeding only started in 1920s. 10 years later, the first Caucasian Shepherds were presented on a dog show in Germany. Now, in the late 1960s, the Caucasian Shepherd became very popular as border patrol dogs in East Germany, especially along the Berlin Wall. Now, after the wall came down in 1989, most of the 7,000 Caucasian Shepherds who had been used as border patrol dogs were rehomed with families throughout Germany. And since then, the popularity of this stunning breed has spread far beyond Europe, and today, Caucasian Shepherds live and work all over the world, sometimes in their original function as livestock guardians, but also as personal protection and guard dogs. So then, what is their temperament like? And in terms of temperament specifically, Caucasian Shepherds range somewhere between the more sedentary Mastiff breeds like the Bull Mastiff and the English Mastiff, and the smaller livestock guardian breeds like the Rottweiler or the Swiss Mountain Dogs, for example. They love to play and run around quite a bit, but they're fairly settled and calm in the home. Owners report that Caucasian Shepherds love to cuddle and spend time in the house together with their family. In general, they are confident, even-tempered and gentle with their owners, whilst loyal and devoted to their entire family. Caucasian Shepherds form the deepest bond with one single person. This will usually be the person who acts as their leader, who trains them, feeds them and plays with them. Such a bond is developed early on in the Shepherd's life, pretty much right from the day that you bring your puppy home, which is another one of those reasons that we preach here at Fenrir the importance of early training and socialisation from day one. Now, of course, being formidable working dogs, Caucasian Shepherds are always on duty. They regard guarding you and their home as their job, and they take that job extremely seriously. They will often be seen looking out the window, scanning the surroundings for any suspicious activity. And should they discover any such activity, they will quickly jump into action and explode in a barrage of growls and barks. No would-be intruder is likely to see one of these bear-like giants in full defence mode and think, yeah, I'm still going to try breaking into that house. Now, interestingly enough, this pronounced protective instinct appears to kick in at a much earlier age than many other breeds, whereas other breeds display natural guarding behaviour not before reaching 9 to 12 months. Caucasian Shepherds start guarding their homes and families really early on in young puppies. Now, aside from growling and barking in the face of a perceived threat, they typically put themselves between their owners and the threat, as this behavioural pattern is typical for large livestock guardian breeds. So just how intelligent and trainable are Caucasian Shepherds? Well, these marvellous Russian dogs are very intelligent and naturally apt at interpreting situations and acting accordingly. We must not forget that Caucasian Shepherds were tasked with guarding their flock in remote mountainous regions of Russia, and quite often in long absences from their owners. Left to their own devices, the dog has to think and act independently, which at first glance seems like a big minus when it comes to Caucasian Shepherds' trainability. In other words, they can appear fairly stubborn. However, Caucasian Shepherds are in fact quite willing to follow the guidance of a canine leader who they respect and trust. In fact, owners who offer their Caucasian Shepherds strong and consistent leadership claim that their dogs are very eager to please, and the couple that I've worked with, once getting that relationship with the dog, were very much this way. This apparent contradiction can be explained by, once again, looking at the original role as livestock guardians in the Russian mountains. Now, to effectively defend flocks of sheep from packs of wolves and even the odd bear, one single dog would not have been sufficient. They had to be a small pack of dogs on duty at any given time. All the dogs of such a pack absolutely would follow the direction of one leader, which is often called the alpha, but in this kind of dominance-based world, people don't like that kind of terminology, but that is very much the case when it comes to this kind of breed, and in particular the Caucasian Shepherd. Now, here at Fenrir, we much prefer the terminology around good, calm, consistent leadership as opposed to alpha and dominance, but with this breed, you must display that kind of leadership, build that relationship with your dog, display that leadership so that the Caucasian Shepherd will look up to you for guidance and direction, get that bit right, and they are an absolute pleasure to train. Get it wrong and that independent nature will kick in and they'll start to make decisions for themselves, which is the root cause of why so many people go so far wrong with these large livestock guardian breeds. But long story short, yes, the Caucasian Shepherd is highly intelligent and a decently trainable dog, but you absolutely must establish strong and consistent leadership for them to follow that guidance. Slacking on this training or socialization is not an option if you want to be the owner of one of these breeds. These dogs possess high levels of natural aggression and readiness to attack, should they come to the conclusion that their house or family is in danger. If you have additional dogs in the household, they will extend that same level of protection to them as well. Say you take both your canine companions out for a walk and someone else's dog comes running over to play. A Caucasian Shepherd, without proper guidance, socialization and leadership from yourself, might interpret that situation as an attack on its pack member's life and then act accordingly, which can mean the end of that dog's life, because remember, Caucasian Shepherds can and do kill wolves. They are certainly equipped with the boldness, courage and self-confidence to do so, as well as their physique makes them extremely capable fighters. Caucasian Shepherds can reach easily 77 centimetres high or even more, and a whopping 180-ish pounds. Now, take a second and imagine what would happen if you own one of these giants and your dog misinterprets a friend coming over to your house as a threat or a friend of your children when they're roughhousing. Picture that huge, bold, self-confident, naturally courageous mountain dog charging down that person that maybe you love or one of your children's friend. A dog with sufficient mass and fur to make it nearly impervious to any pain that you could cause it, trying to prise that off of their victim. In other words, I know this sounds dramatic, but without high levels, and I mean extremely high levels of leadership skills and expertise in canine training and behaviour on your part, you would be well advised to choose another breed. So yes, that may have seemed a little bit negative, but I do think it's incredibly important that any would-be owners go into the decision of bringing a breed like a Caucasian Shepherd into their home very aware of those kinds of issues. But let's move on and we'll go on to the health of the Caucasian Shepherd. Now, in general, the Caucasian Shepherd is a very robust and healthy dog. However, being a giant breed, they can suffer from things like hip and elbow dysplasia, cataracts, as well as breed-specific heart conditions called pulmonic stenosis. To reduce the likelihood of these health issues in your puppy, make sure to choose a professional breeder who utilizes genetic testing on their breeding stock to help minimize these as much as possible. Now, of course, as a giant breed, they are also prone to bloat. Therefore, it is important to never feed them right after walks or play sessions. The rule of thumb is do not exercise them before or after 60 minutes of meal times. As well, avoid feeding them large portions. Instead, try and feed them twice or 3 times a day in smaller portions. The life expectancy of these Caucasian Shepherds usually ranges around 10 to 12 years, which for a large giant breed is excellent. Now, because this Russian bear dog is such a huge, massive breed, you want to make sure that you provide them with a diet appropriate for giant breed dogs. As a balanced raw food diet has the highest nutritional content, this very well may be the perfect solution. If possible, ensure that all products you give to your dog are sourced from organic, ethical farming. In case feeding raw is not an option for you, then a high quality grain-free dry food is probably the second best solution for you and your Caucasian Shepherd. Now, these puppies grow extremely fast, which is yet another reason not to settle for any medium or less quality food. But also, it's very important to avoid any undue stress to their joints until they're at least 12 months old. So avoid any kind of heavy impact from jumping up and down furniture or from running up and down hillsides. This can cause severe health problems later on in your dog's life. For the same reasons, they should not run up and down flights of stairs during the first year of their life either. So then, how much exercise does a Caucasian Shepherd need? Well, this glorious dog is a fairly low energy breed who does not require an elaborate exercise schedule to stay healthy and happy. That said, they still need at least one nice run off leash a day, as well as some playtimes and training sessions. Also, they should be taken for at least one extended pack walk a day. To keep your dog safe at all times, it is advisable to keep them on a lead while in public and to ensure that your backyard is surrounded with a tall, secure fence. And whilst Caucasian Shepherds, when well socialised, can play well with other dogs and even allow strangers to come and pet them, accidents can happen. If, for example, your Caucasian Shepherd gets attacked by another dog and subsequently then retaliates and unfortunately kills that other dog, which happens all the time, you might find yourself in a tricky situation legally. At least if you did have your dog on a lead, you might be better suited to be able to defend you and your dog. So then, what are the grooming requirements? Well, this beautiful, dense double coat of the Caucasian Shepherd consists of an extremely dense, fluffy undercoat and a thick, coarse overcoat. In the neck area, the fur is particularly long and thick, giving the appearance of a lion's mane. This abundance of fur serves a double purpose. In their role as flock guardians, the thick pelt protects the Caucasian Shepherd from bite injuries caused by predators. Their bear-like fur also helps them withstand frosty, brutal Russian winters, with nighttime temperatures dropping to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Now, one thing Caucasian Shepherd coats was not designed for, however, is for your easy grooming needs. To keep those extra thick coats clean and tidy, these dogs require diligent brushing on a daily basis. And whilst giving them a good long brush every day is sufficient for maintenance, it's also then advisable to take them to a professional groomer to really blow and deal with their coat at least twice a year. Keep in mind that, by and large, this breed does not like being touched by strangers. Therefore, you should acquaint your dog with their groomer at an early age, preferably long before the dog reaches the 12 months mark. The same applies to your vet and any other person who may need to take care of your Caucasian Shepherd on a regular basis. These kind of thought processes on setting your dog up for success long term is critical with this kind of breed. So the Caucasian Shepherd is one of the most powerful dog breeds on the planet and has the character to match its massive physique. Courageous, fearless, naturally quite dominant and extremely protective, Caucasian Shepherds are one of the ultimate livestock guardian breeds. Now, at the same time, they are affectionate and devoted, gentle giants in a home environment and can make for superb family dogs. For them to fit into a family setting without posing a danger to themselves and the humans in their life, they must be extremely well socialised and extremely well trained, starting from an incredibly early age by an incredibly high-level canine leader. These dogs are massive. They are also more than capable and willing to protect you, your family, and your property. Due to their potential for doing serious damage when not under strong leadership, they are absolutely not suited for first-time owners. However, in the hands of an experienced canine leader who is also ideally an expert leader of these large, powerful guardian breeds, Caucasian Shepherds make remarkable, loving companions. Raised and trained in a balanced way, they are wonderful to live and work with. All in all, words can't quite adequately describe all the stunning and fascinating features of this truly magnificent Russian Guardian breed. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it useful or helpful or educational in some part. If so, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It really helps us. And if you did enjoy the channel and want to see more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss one of our future uploads. And that way I cannot wait to see you on the next episode of the Fenrir Canine Show.